What up, everybody? What up? What up? What up? How we doing? How we doing? We're back. We're back for now until I leave again. I'm not ready to return to the news yet. I wasn't ready. I did that week, but then after the week ended, I was like, I'm not ready to go back. Plus, this war started, and I'm like, I don't want to just jump literally into another war. I covered one, and then obviously we've had Trump 2.0 administration and what that's been like, and Metro Surge was such a thing, and I just didn't want to jump right into something new. But we're gonna have, let me move this over a little bit. Let me move this over here. Why is that like that? Why are my things broken? But welcome back. Let me do that. There we go. Now you guys can see the full thing without covering it up. Starts at 9. Well, we'll see if he's late or not. What up, Steph? What up, you guys? Hello, hello. I go on vacation on Friday. I'm not there yet, but people I was on my gaming channel and people were requesting that we cover this. But again, guys, we're live on Twitch, we're live on Facebook, we're live on YouTube. If you guys could share it out, I'd appreciate that. Good morning from Dubai. Hello, hello. He's doing it at 9 p.m. Eastern, which is supposed to be in like 10 minutes from now, as you guys can see on the screen. Where are the horns? Your one-man crew need to push yourself too hard. I got a good mod team. Shout out to my mods. I also have a team behind the scenes as well now. So thank you to Mod, Nikki, and Sarah, and Kylie. And also everybody that helps in the community groups and everything beyond that. But in terms of the page and stuff. What up, Nisto? Hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Thank you for dropping your game to cover this. I hope you guys can come over and check out the gaming channel sometime. It would be cool to have you. But, I mean, we haven't had a whole lot of developments in this. Other than the Strait of Hormuz is closed. Many of us were just finding out where the Strait of Hormuz was over the past month. Artemis 2 mission was successful today, so that was good. I almost went live to cover that, but I was like, I don't know. Just wasn't feeling up to it yet. Hello, what up, Kansas City? Hello, hello. Turn volume up a bit. My volume is up. There's no volume at all there's nothing going on yet. You had Marco Rubio explain a little earlier. This is what he had to say. But before we get into that, I suppose, I know you guys missed a couple things. One being probably the best. I mean, you guys probably all seen it by now. This is probably the best freaking skit that's out there now. 1.2 million likes is crazy. Maybe guys, we missed this on stream, but you guys probably all saw it already. But this is how conservative women act in America.
Get on your feet!
War is raging in Iran.
We're praying for all the soldiers and troops.
That's great that you're praying, but
how about all the kids that died when the USA hit the
How about all the kids?
It broke my heart. That is the
Oh my God.
In what ways have you grown closer to Jesus?
I serve a righteous God.
Help.
And that is why we say our prayers.
This is what's running our country now. This is why our country is why it is. This is who runs it now.
We are all his children. But when I say children, I mean like the holy, blessed Trinity, which is why I hold the Bible.
Strong white male man, whatever Erica Kirk said. Thank you, Reeve, for the gifted.
Sweet cream foam chai ice matcha.
okay.
And Bella will have all organic pop cup.
Organic.
Yes, everything organic.
Four, three,
We have to protect all men in America, especially all white men in America. Those are the boys that we care about in this country. America is built on their backs. Yes, because they are the ones who mattered most.
Somehow also was able to channel Caroline Leavitt at the same time. Somehow was able to channel both Erica Kirk and Caroline Leavitt. Incredible. Incredible work. It's been a crazy week. You also had Kristi Noem's husband who, you know, no kink shaming. No kink shaming. He's into a few things. Definitely not the traditional values that the right wing, you know, spews and is going to force everybody else to live under. So very, very unique. Often is the case, though. Often is the case. They it's like a LARP, right? They pretend to be bigoted and hateful towards anything other than the whatever, right? Whatever right wingers deem as their normal. But like their own people in power don't do that. They do whatever the hell they want, but yet they want their voters and their plebeians. I don't know. They're normal. I don't know. They're people to pretend like they have to live in this hyper Christian reality of nonsense. Whatever, fuck them. Whatever. So they want the White House, a decisive campaign with clear objectives, ensuring Iran never obtains a nuclear weapon. Operation Epstein Fury, pure American success, using Office meme.
Why don't you explain this to me like I am an 8-year-old?
Operation Epic Fury is not an endless war. It's a decisive campaign with clear objectives to destroy Iran's offensive military capabilities and ensure they never obtain a nuclear weapon.
Wait, was this a meme? Like, were they intending this to be bad? Like, this is bad. This is bad, though.
Why don't you explain this to me like I'm 5?
No nukes, no navy, and a complete
He's like, we're gonna offensive capability and
dismantling of their missile program and defense industrial base.
Oh,
this is success.
Was this what? Yeah, this is how the White House communicates. They communicate in memes. And this one doesn't make them look. This one makes him look bad. Like this is a meme somebody would post against the White House. But the White House is posting it because he looks absolutely stupid in this. Like, he looks really dumb. Is somebody saying that in the comments? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay, playing with airplanes. Steve Carell's about to, okay, I don't know. Nobody really responds to the White House or anything like that. I've like, MAGA has gone back into a hole right now. They're trying to figure out what to do next. Oh boy, here's a few thoughts from Kamala Harris.
Hey everyone, so I'm not going to be able to watch the president's address tonight, but here's the thing. He brought America into a war the people do not want. He has put American troops in harm's way. Costs are rising by the day. And meanwhile, he has done nothing to address the needs of the people of America. And I bet you he's going to try and claim victory tonight. But the reality is we're watching what he does instead of listening to what he says. Hey, everyone.
Okay. Well, that was Kamala Harris. You don't need to, at this point, if you're not, I don't know, man. People wake up every day, but like, man, you know, we're already in the second year of the administration. He's a lying liar that lies. If he opens his mouth and noise comes out, it's a lie. Like, it's not, there's no truth. Donald Trump does not tell the truth ever. Ever. Never, ever, never, ever, ever, ever does he ever do it. Never once. Unless it's like a temporary period in time in which he can like say my ratings or something, like, or the Fox News ratings, there's so many viewers watching it. And it's because like numbers are attached to that one specific case of the viewership on something because he comes from Hollywood. And he comes from that world of like my ratings and viewers and shit. So he'll like talk about that, but then he'll like lie about it most of the time though. And say my ratings are the best and like they're not. Beyond that though, he doesn't tell the truth on anything. Never ever. Never ever. Got a lot of gray zone posts. I've been playing the hell out of that game. I got the developers following me on there. That's what we've been doing. Anyways, before we get into it, Trump hasn't started yet. I don't know if he's going to start exactly at 8 o'clock. That usually is not a thing he ever does. But here was Marco Rubio doing Netanyahu-splaining on Iran.
Many Americans are asking, why did the United States have to attack Iran now? Well, let me explain. Iran wants to have nuclear weapons. Of that, there is zero doubt. If what they truly wanted, which is what they claim, is nuclear energy, well, they could have nuclear energy like all the other countries in the world have it. And that is you import the fuel and you build reactors above ground. That's not what Iran has done. They build their reactors and their facilities deep in mountains, away from the public glare.
Away from the public glare.
And they want...
And who else puts their shit in mountains?
Want to enrich that material. The same equipment that they could use to enrich material for energy, they could use to...
Why do they put Marco Rubio at like are you smarter than a 5th grader desk? You guys notice that? They put him at a school desk.
Quickly enrich it to weapons grade. So,
what is this aesthetic, though? What are they going for here?
It is clear that they've been offered every opportunity to have a nuclear program that allows them to have energy, not weapons, and every single time they have turned it down. But why the attack now? Well, what was Iran trying to do? Iran was trying to build a conventional shield, in essence, have so many missiles, have so many drones that no one could attack them, and they were well on their way.
But yet, we did last year, no problem. With the midnight hammer. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
We were on the verge of an Iran that had so many missiles and so many drones.
Were they days away, weeks away, months away? How long were they?
That no one could do anything about their nuclear weapons program in the future.
In the future? Okay, he's starting. Whatever. All right, so we had to... Hey, kids, listen, kids. So basically everything Netanyahu said for 20 years. Okay, here we go. Oh, boy. Your tie's sticking out. Whatever.
Thank you very much. My fellow Americans, good evening.
Oh, boy.
Let me begin by congratulating the team at NASA and our brave astronauts on the successful launch of Artemis 2. It was quite something. It will be traveling further than any manned rocket has ever flown and will very substantially pass the moon, go around it, and come back home from a distance that has never been done before. It's amazing. They are on the way, and God bless them. These are brave people. We want to God bless those 4 unbelievable astronauts.
What are their names?
As we speak this evening, it's been just 1 month since the United States military began Operation Epic Fury, targeting the world's #1 state sponsor of terror, Iran. In these past 4 weeks, our armed forces have delivered swift, decisive, overwhelming victories on the battlefield.
Where?
Victories like few people have ever seen before. Tonight, Iran's Navy is gone. Their Air Force is in ruins. Their leaders, most of them terrorist regime they led, are now dead.
What?
Their command and control of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps is being decimated as we speak. Their ability to launch missiles and drones is dramatically curtailed, and their weapons factories and rocket launchers are being blown to pieces. Very few of them left. Never in the history of warfare has an enemy suffered such clear and devastating large-scale losses in a matter of weeks. Our enemies are losing in America.
You got to be an absolute fucking loser to even believe it.
Under my presidency is winning, and now
we're winning so hard. Big winning. The best winning.
Before discussing this
winning
situation, I also want to thank our troops for the masterful job they did in taking the country of Venezuela in a matter of minutes. That hit was
Venezuela,
violent and respected by everyone all over the world.
Wow.
After rebuilding our military during my first term, we have by far the strongest military anywhere in the world. And now we're working along with Venezuela and are, in a true sense, joint venture partners. We're getting along incredibly well.
Joint venture partners,
in
nice.
the production and sale of massive amounts of oil and gas, the second largest reserves on Earth after the United States of America. We're now totally independent of the Middle East, and yet we are there to help.
What?
We don't have to be there. We don't need their oil. We don't need anything they have, but we're there to help our allies.
Sure.
Tonight,
definitely.
I want to provide an update on the tremendous progress our warriors
We don't need
have
'em.
made in Iran.
We need 'em.
Discuss why Operation Epic Fury is necessary for the safety of America and the security of the free world. From the very first day I announced my campaign for president in 2015, I have vowed that I would never allow Iran to have a nuclear weapon. This fanatical regime has been chanting death to America, death to Israel for 47 years. Their proxies were behind the murder of 241 Americans in the Marine barracks bombing in Beirut, the slaughter of hundreds of our service members with roadside bombs. They were involved in the attack on the USS Cole, and they carried out the countless other heinous acts, including the just horrible, bloody atrocities of October 7th in Israel, something that most people have never seen anything like it. This murderous regime also recently killed 45,000 of their own people who were protesting in Iran. 45,000.
Wow, who would
dead.
do that? Who would kill protesters?
These terrorists to have nuclear weapons would,
Who would
be
do that?
an intolerable threat. The most violent and thuggish regime on earth would be free to carry out their campaigns of terror, coercion, conquest, and mass murder from behind a nuclear shield. I will never let that happen.
What does that sound
and
like?
neither should any of our past presidents. This situation has been going on for 47 years and should have been handled long before I arrived in office. I did many
Is he
things
dying?
during my 2 terms in office to stop the quest for nuclear weapons by Iran first. And perhaps most importantly, I killed General Qasem Soleimani in my first term. He was an evil genius, brilliant person, a horrible human being, however, the father of the roadside bomb. And he lived just horrible what he did. Iran would have been perhaps in far better, stronger position. He lived, we would have had probably a different conversation.
Go to
tonight.
bed, Grandpa.
You know what? We'd still be winning and winning big.
Go to bed.
And then, very importantly, I terminated
It's 8
Barack
p.m.
Hussein Obama's Iran nuclear deal, a disaster. Obama gave them $1.7 billion in cash, green cash. Took it out of banks from Virginia, D.C.,
Go to
and
bed.
Maryland, all the cash they had. He flew it by airplanes in an attempt to buy their respect and loyalty, but it didn't work. They laughed at our president and went on with their mission to have a nuclear bomb. His Iran deal would have led to a colossal arsenal of massive nuclear weapons for Iran, and they would have had them years ago, and they would have used them. It would have been a different world.
Different world.
There would have been no Middle East and no Israel right now, in my opinion, the opinion of a lot of great experts.
Based?
Had I not terminated that terrible deal, and I was so honored to do it.
I
was
gotta
so
go on
proud to
vacation.
do it. It was so bad right from the beginning. Essentially, I did what no other president was willing to do. They made mistakes, and I am correcting them. My first preference was always the path of diplomacy, yet the regime continued their relentless quest for nuclear weapons and rejected every attempt at an agreement. For this reason, in June, I ordered a strike on Iran's key nuclear facilities, an Operation Midnight Hammer.
My
Nobody's
hammer.
Never seen anything like it. Those beautiful B-2 bombers performed magnificently. We totally obliterated those nuclear sites. The regime then sought to rebuild their nuclear program at a totally different location, making clear they had no intention of abandoning their pursuit of nuclear weapons.
And then
They
what?
were also rapidly building a vast stockpile of conventional ballistic missiles, and would soon have had missiles that could reach the American homeland, Europe, and virtually any other place on Earth.
Any place on Earth.
Iran's strategy was so obvious.
Obvious.
They wanted to produce as many missiles as possible, and they did, with the longest range possible. And they had some weapons that nobody believed they had. We just learned that.
Weapons of mass destruction?
They took them all out, so
sick.
That no one would
Classic.
really dare stop them.
Classic.
And they raced for a nuclear bomb, a nuclear weapon, a nuclear weapon like nobody's ever seen before.
Never. Nobody's seen it.
Right at the doorstep.
Doorstep.
For years, everyone has said that Iran cannot have nuclear weapons, but in the end, those are just words if you're not willing to take action when the time comes. As I stated in my announcement of Operation Epic Fury, our objectives are very simple and clear.
Like what?
We are systematically dismantling the regime's ability to threaten America or project power outside of their borders. That means eliminating Iran's navy, which is now absolutely destroyed.
Okay.
Hurting their
Navy
Air Force and their missile program at levels never seen before.
Never seen ever.
Annihilating their defense industrial base. We've
never
done all
seen
of
it.
Their Navy is gone. Their
Navy
Air Force
gone,
is
Air
gone.
Force.
Their missiles are just about used up or beaten.
Beaten.
Taken together, these actions will cripple Iran military.
Beat the
crush
missiles.
Their ability to support terrorist proxies and
No more
deny them
terror.
the ability to build a nuclear bomb.
Nuclear
Our
bomb.
armed forces have been extraordinary. There's never been
that's five
anything
things.
like it militarily.
Never.
Everyone is talking about it, and tonight I'm pleased to say that
we won.
These core strategic
won.
objectives are nearing completion. As we celebrate this progress, we think especially of the 13
We won, you
American
guys.
warriors who have laid down their lives in this fight to prevent our children from ever having to face a nuclear Iran. Twice this past month, I've traveled to Dover Air Force Base, and it's been something. I wanted to be with those heroes as they return to American soil, and I was with them and their families, their parents, their wives, their husbands. We salute them, and now we must honor them by completing the mission for which they gave
What
their
mission?
lives.
Wait, I thought it
Every
was
single
over.
One of the people, their loved one said, "Please, sir, please finish the job."
Oh, fuck
Every one of
you.
them.
No, they didn't.
And
Lie.
we are going to finish the job, and we're going to finish it
What a
very fast.
gaslight.
We're getting very close. I want to thank our allies in the Middle East, Israel, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, the UAE, Kuwait, and Bahrain. They've been great, and we will not let them get hurt or fail in any way, shape, or form. Many Americans have been concerned to see the recent rise in gasoline prices here at home. The short-term
Suck it
increase
up.
has been entirely the result of the Iranian regime launching
Iran did it.
terror attacks
Yeah.
against commercial oil tankers and
Iran
neighboring
did that,
countries
and the
that have
Democrats.
Nothing to do with the conflict.
Yep.
This is yet more proof that Iran can never be
Wow.
trusted with nuclear weapons. They will
Exactly.
use them, and they will use them quickly. It would lead to decades of extortion, economic pain, and instability worse than we can ever imagine.
Iran raised the gas
United
prices,
States
guys.
has never been better prepared economically to confront this threat. You all know that. We built the strongest economy in history. We're going through it right now, the strongest in history. In one
Strongest
year,
in history.
we've taken a dead and crippled
And
country.
now
I hate
we're
to say
hot.
that, but
We're
were
the
dead
hottest country.
and crippled country after the
Say it.
last administration and
Biden.
made it the hottest country anywhere in the world by far, with no inflation, record-setting investments coming into the United States,
Right.
over $18 trillion,
Right.
and the highest stock market ever,
Yep.
with
The Dow.
53
The Dow.
all-time record highs in
The Dow.
just 1 year.
Dow.
It all positioned us to get rid of a cancer that has long simmered. It's known as the nuclear Iran.
Oh, I thought he was going to say
didn't
derangement
know
syndrome.
What was coming. They've never imagined it.
Never.
Remember, because of our Drill Baby Drill program,
Oh,
America
Drill
has
Baby
plenty
Drill.
of gas. We have so much
So
gas.
much gas, just gas
Under
for
my
days.
leadership, we are number one producer
best
of
gas,
oil and
bigly
on the
gas.
planet, without even discussing the
All the
millions
gas.
of barrels that we're getting from Venezuela.
Right.
Because of the Trump administration's policies, we produce more oil and gas.
Nobody
than
produces
Saudi
more
Arabia and
oil than
Russia
we do.
Combined.
Yeah, suck
Think
it,
of
Russia.
that, Saudi Arabia and Russia combined.
Yeah, Putin.
And that number will soon be substantially higher than that.
Wow.
There's no country like us anywhere in the world, and we're in great shape for the future. The United States imports almost no oil through the Hormuz Strait and won't be taking any in the future. We don't need it. We haven't needed it, and we don't need it. We've beaten and completely decimated Iran. They are decimated, both militarily and economically and in every other way. And the countries of the world that do receive oil through the Hormuz Strait must take care of that passage. They must cherish it. They must grab it and cherish it. They can do it
Grab
easily.
it and cherish
We
it.
will be helpful.
Like you
but
did
they
in-
should
never
take
mind.
the lead
I
in
gotta stop.
protecting the oil
I
that
gotta
they
stop.
so desperately depend on. So to those countries that can't get fuel, many of which refuse to get involved in the decapitation of Iran, we had to do it ourselves. I have a suggestion. Number one, buy oil from the United States of America. We have
Buy
plenty, we have
oil.
so much.
Buy it.
And number two, build up some delayed courage. Should have done it before. Should have done it with us as we
Some
asked.
delayed
Go to the strait and just take it. Protect it. Use it for yourselves. Iran has been essentially decimated. The hard part is done,
Just
so it
go
should be easy.
take it.
And in any event, when this conflict is over, the strait will open up naturally. It'll just open up naturally.
It'll just
They're gonna
open
wanna
up.
Be able to sell oil because
This can't be real.
that's
This
all
is not
they
real.
have to try and rebuild.
This is not
It
real.
will resume the flowing, and the gas prices will rapidly come back down. Stock prices
They'll
will
trickle
rapidly
down.
Go back
They'll-
up.
they'll trickle
They
back
come
down.
very much, frankly.
Wow.
They came down a little bit, but they've had some very good days over the last couple of days.
very
We've
good
done actually much better than I thought, but we had to take that little journey.
The
to
little
get rid of
journey
this
is
horrible
crazy.
threat. With our historic tax cuts, where people are just now talking about receiving larger refunds than they ever thought possible.
We got to
They're
take a
getting
little
so much
journey
more
to
money than they
Iran.
thought. That's from the great, big, beautiful bill.
Oh my
Our
fucking
economy is
God.
strong and improving by the day, and it will soon be roaring back like never before. It will top the levels that it was a month ago. I've made clear from the beginning of Operation Epic Fury that we will continue until our objectives are fully achieved. Thanks to the progress we've made, I can say tonight that we are on track to complete all of America's military
go
objectives
and
shortly,
take
very
it.
shortly. We're going to hit them extremely hard over the next 2 to 3 weeks.
What? I thought we're
going
done.
to bring them back to the Stone Ages where they belong. In the meantime, discussions are ongoing. Regime change was not our goal. We never
going
said
on?
regime change, but regime change
What are you saying?
has occurred because of all of their original leaders' death. They're all dead.
They're all dead.
The new group is
They're
less
fucking
radical
dead.
and much more reasonable.
Who is it?
Yet if during this period of time no deal is made, we have our eyes on key targets. If there is no deal, we are going to hit each and every one of their electric generating plants very hard and probably simultaneously. We have not hit their oil, even though that's the easiest target of all, because it would not give them even a small chance of survival or rebuilding. But we could hit it, and it would be gone, and there's not a thing they could do about it. They have no anti-aircraft equipment. Their radar is 100% annihilated. We are unstoppable as a military force. The nuclear sites that we obliterated with the B-2 bombers have been hit so hard that it would take months to get near the nuclear dust.
The
And we
nuclear
have it
dust.
under intense satellite surveillance and control. If we see them make a move, even a move,
You
forward,
make one move.
we'll hit them with missiles very hard again. We have all the cards they have.
What are
none.
you
It's very
saying right
important
now?
That we keep this conflict in perspective.
We're trying
American
to.
involvement
We're so
in
trying to.
World War
What are
I
you saying? World War One.
lasted
Here we
1
go.
year,
Here we go. World War
7
One,
months
guys.
and 5 days.
Oh,
World
boy.
War II lasted for 3 years, 8 months, and 25 days. The Korean War lasted for 3 years, 1 month, and 2 days.
Those were woke
The
wars.
Vietnam War lasted for 19 years, 5 months, and 29 days. Iraq went on for 8 years, 8 months, and 28 days. we are in this military operation so powerful, so brilliant against
only
one of the most
I
powerful
don't think
countries
what do
for
you what
32 days.
Iraq lasted 8 years,
the
guys.
country has been eviscerated.
That was it.
And
We were only in Iraq for 8
is
years.
really no
That's it.
longer a threat. They were the bully of the Middle East, but they're the bully no longer. This is a true investment
Officially,
in your
like, because
children and your
2011 is like when we like
future.
I guess pulled
The
out,
whole
whatever.
world is watching, and they can't leave the power,
For sure.
strength, and brilliance. They just can't
Try like 20
believe
years.
what they're seeing. They leave it to your imagination, but they can't believe what they're seeing. The brilliance of the United States military. Tonight, every American can look forward to a day when we are finally free from the wickedness of Iranian aggression and the specter of nuclear blackmail. Because of the actions we have taken, we are on the cusp of ending Iran's sinister threat to America and the world. And I'll tell you, the world is watching. And
Oh, they are. Oh, they are.
When
It sucks.
it's all over, the United States will be safer, stronger, more prosperous, and greater than it has ever been before. May God bless the men and women of the United States Armed Forces, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you very much, and good night.
There's our president. There it was. There it was. Sleepy Don. Dementia. What the fuck, though? Holy shit, that was unhinged. Like, I could just. At least he kept it to. At least he kept it short. Usually he would go on for hours doing that, and he didn't. So maybe he's just too tired. He can't even do it for. He can't even do his hour again. But like, okay, so we're done, but we're not, and we're gonna send Iran back to the Stone Age over the next 2 weeks. He literally was like, we're about to obliterate them, actually, and then if they don't want, while we're obliterating them and sending them back to the Stone Age, the new regime needs to make a deal, and if they don't, we'll start hitting their energy infrastructure. And if that doesn't do anything, then we'll start hitting their oil. We don't want to hit the oil, but we will. And then he was basically like, all of our allied countries need to go into the Hormuz and handle it now. It's basically like we went in and shit everywhere, like, and threw up and pissed all over the everything. And then now all of our allied countries and NATO need to go in there and clean up. Need to go clean it up now. We went in there, just fucking just shit everywhere, ketchup all over the Hormuz walls, fucking January 6th, the whole thing. And then now the NATO. Now maybe if you're a European, you're going to learn what it's like to like be in America with MAGA, because that's what they did on January 6th. They went into there and destroyed I guess our symbol of our democracy, I guess one of them, right? And they went into the US Capitol and just fucking destroyed it. And then we had to like pick up the pieces, and there was no accountability either. So if you're thinking that after we just absolutely fucked up the Hormuz, the Strait of Hormuz, the any type of stability that might have been there in the Middle East, maybe, because Israel's just been bombing every country for the last 3 years anyways. But like, you know, now it's your responsibility to then pick up what MAGA just did and what Donald Trump, in the United States, is it's us, you know, our country. But this is exactly how like MAGA behaves in our country as like a political movement as well. Like, to go in, throw ketchup everywhere, shit everywhere, piss everywhere, make up a bunch of lies, do grifting, and then fuck off. And then everyone has to pick up the pieces. And then while you're picking up the pieces, because you're not picking up the pieces either fast enough or like good enough, then all of the responsibility then will be on you. So like eventually what's going to happen then is that it'll be NATO's fault. And like, oh, NATO can't handle, like, our European allies can't handle what's going on in the Middle East now, and they can't do it. So then they're going to use that as justification to go even harder. Okay, so get ready. Especially, although I know a lot of Europeans are like, especially leading up to the 2024 election, I was seeing a lot of MAGA type attempts in some European countries, and thankfully they told them no. And MAGA did not do well in European countries, or at least like Europe's MAGA, in like they had various elections, and this was leading up to 2024. And like, I paid attention to geopolitics way more back then, but they were rejecting a lot of the politics. here's just some I guess we can go back to some of the lowlights of that. Yeah, that was very weird. I'm still, I mean, yeah, that's I mean, so just to punch through all of it, because yeah, it was like, what the fuck? It was another Trump unhinged moment. But yeah, we're obviously double speak on the war. We're not done. So if you're wondering, like, are we done in Iran? No, we're not. Like, especially after the back and forth, and he's trying to save face with his base, so that way they can have something to talk about for a week. Like, oh well, Donald Trump is gonna end it soon, guys. Yeah, he got us into this, and he said no new wars, and he's ended 9 of them, and he promised no new regime changes. But guess what? He's gonna end it very soon. And like in MAGA world, that's like what's gonna be the topic for like a week or 2 weeks. They'll just be coping about everything and justifying it, making excuses for Donald Trump. Oh, it's got to be just, or obviously they'll be like, well, Israel is the one doing it, and blah blah blah, which is a valid point, but like not really, because the Heritage Foundation and obviously the Republican Party have wanted to bomb the fuck out of Iran, and some Democrats. I'm not going to say Democrats are not guilty, because there are some that want to do this, like John Fetterman, other more establishment corporate Democrats that wanted to bomb Iran for Israel forever, right? But mostly like the ones that will go ahead and go do it are the Republican Party. And so they're bombing the fuck out of Iran. They've always wanted to. Like, this is something they've always wanted to do since Israel was created. And like just absolutely, what is that? No, my phone's going off. But yeah, that's what they wanted to do the whole time. Oh no, I got a business call. And now with Donald Trump, they're finally getting what they wanted, especially Netanyahu, right? Especially Bibi Netanyahu, the Likud, the Zionists. This is like their dream come true. But even them, like, they were like, we're not putting any troops on the ground. No shit, you're not. The IDF, because they're not gonna. They'll only commit their genocide in Palestine against people that can't fight back against, unless they can acquire some of the firearms. But in terms of fighting the IDF as a whole, though, it's like a resistance, right? But when it comes to when they want to go and now they want to bomb Iran, but then when it comes to boots on the ground and carry out their own imperialism, U.S. soldiers, yes, we'll send the U.S. troops to go do it, but not our own, which is insane. But that's what we do for Israel. We'll do anything for Israel. Anything. Mention World War II again. Like, we have all the cards. It's very important we keep this conflict in perspective. American involved in World War I lasted 1 year, 7 months, and 5 days. He mentioned World War II because he's trying to gaslight European partners in NATO to get involved in our nonsense with Israel. If there's no deal, we're going to hit each and every one of their electric generating plants very hard and probably simultaneously. There's not a thing they could do about it. Okay. But that's likely going to happen. That's like the deals will not work, or they'll send Steve Witkoff there for like a couple days and nothing will happen. Or I don't know, they'll probably send Steve Witkoff to Russia or something to go talk on Iran. We're on track to complete all of America's military objectives shortly. We're going to hit them extremely hard over the next 2 to 3 weeks. 2 weeks is back, Taco 2 weeks. We're going to bring them back to the Stone Ages where they belong. So this is like the one key moment where I had to lock in and be like, okay, this is probably the serious one of all those shit he was saying. This is what's going to happen next, while lying that we're trying to do a deal and like diplomacy and stuff, but they're just going to keep bombing various strategic resources inside of Iran.
It made clear from the beginning of Operation Epic Fury that we will continue until our objectives are fully achieved. Thanks to the progress we've made, I can say tonight that we are on track to complete all of America's military objectives shortly, very shortly. We're going to hit them extremely hard over the next 2 to 3 weeks. We're going to bring them back to the Stone Ages where they belong. In the meantime, discussions are ongoing.
Where they belong is crazy too, but that shows you the white nationalist racist rhetoric from Trump and the entire right wing.
Regime change was not our goal. We never said regime change, but regime change has occurred because of all of their original.
I know we lied, but it happened anyway. No, not sorry. I know we said, I know I ran on no new wars and no regime change. However, I don't care. We did that anyway.
All of their original leaders' death. They're all dead.
They're all dead. So we have to regime change. I mean, what do you want us to do? I mean, they don't have anyone else. We have to change the leadership.
The new group made
when we bombed them all. Those countries that can't get fuel. Well, here's the one. Any country that gets fuel from Iran, if those countries that can't get fuel, build up some delayed courage and go to the strait and just take it.
So to those countries that can't get fuel, many of which refuse to get involved in the decapitation of Iran, we had to do it ourselves. I have a suggestion. Number one, buy oil from the United States of America. We have plenty. We have so much. And number two, build up some delayed courage. Should have done it before. Should have done it with us, as we asked. Go to the strait and just take it. Protect it. Use it for yourselves. Iran has been essentially decimated. The hard part is done, so it should be easy.
Notice how he also says two different things. Like Iran's completely decimated. Other capabilities are gone. They have no more missiles. They don't have air defense. Their navy's completely gone. The air force is completely gone. While also saying, well, the mission isn't over yet because we still need to do this and we still need to do that and blah, 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 blah. He's double speaking. This is double speak at its best. Well, anyways. Well, I mean, you guys watched it. If you want to rewatch it, you can at the start. It's not, I mean, Trump compares ongoing war length to World Wars I and II, which is crazy. Here's Lindsey Graham, obviously trying to be a salesman for Israel, as always.
I don't have any money. Epic Fury is one of the most successful military operations in history. God bless the 13 and the injured. But they died in noble cause protecting America and the world from a cancer. He described the Iranian regime as a cancer. To anybody who's ever had a family with cancer, cancer is the enemy.
They are absolutely trying so hard. They are trying so hard to appeal to all types of emotion. Remember, you have cancer in your family? It's like that. Yeah, you know the sorrow and grief and anger and anguish you go through with someone in your family that has cancer. Yeah, that's what this is like too. So you just feel emotions. You have to care now. You care. Support the war.
The cancer hurts and it kills randomly.
Wow.
And
that's Iran.
Were the cancer of the Mideast. They were the largest state sponsor of terrorism. They had American blood dripping from their hands.
He literally looks like a pig.
Since 1979, every president's been talking about, we're not going to let them do this, we're not going to let them do that. Well, nobody did a damn thing until Donald Trump came along.
Not one single normal American wakes up thinking about the Middle East. Nope, doesn't happen. Unless we're bombing them. Unless we're bombing them or Israel's bombing them. But like, if on a regular day of no bombings, Americans are not waking up like, I wonder what the vibes in the Middle East are. Unless maybe you're going on a trip or something. Most Americans are not like, man, we need regime changes all over the place. And like, they're threatening us every day. They're not. They're threatening Israel. And then because of that, then we get sucked into it because we have to support Israel forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Never ending. They're still tweeting memes. So they're tweeting, oh my God, for decades, Iran has targeted Americans to destabilize the world. Day one of Operation Epic Fury, the mission was clear. Tonight, President Trump addresses the nation. Let's go over it again.
All right, let's go over it again one more time.
For 47 years, Iran has been killing Americans and attacking Americans across this planet. And other presidents had an opportunity to do something about it.
That's right.
And they all warned about how Iran was dangerous, but they refused to act. And this president's not someone that's going to refuse to act.
Keep going.
He defined very clearly on the first night of this operation what the goal was. We were going to destroy Iran's navy, and that is happening. We were going to destroy their missile launching capabilities. We're well on our way to achieving that goal. We were going to destroy the factories so they couldn't make more missiles and more drones. And that is moving forward.
Continue.
Every single objective the president clearly laid out on the first night of this operation is being effectuated. The world is going to be a safer and a better place when President Trump's mission here is achieved.
It's a perfect plan.
Crazy work. Crazy work. Crazy work. There's repercussions to all this. Like this is instability. It will just continue. Like they can pretend like they're just gonna like wipe their hands clean and say, all right, mission accomplished. Yeah, no, that's not how that's gonna work. Only history has shown us that's not how that works at all. I'm actually quite glad that primetime viewers are being exposed to the insane Truth Social rants the rest of us have been reading. We've been posting them. When the conflict is over, the strait will open up naturally, which, whatever the fuck that means, honestly. Whatever that means. That was, I mean, it was terrible. There's no other way around it. Terrible, terrible. Trump can't even fake believing this gibberish. So we're going to keep the bombings of Iran will continue. Our bases will likely be hit in retaliation. Nothing about the Marines not going to America anymore, or excuse me, the Marines getting sent to Karg Island, still happening. That was like, I mean, this was a daily Truth Social rant. Yeah, that was a good way to put it. The same stuff he says every day, but now here at prime time, and like more people got to watch it and see it now. So I mean, that's bad probably for Trump and MAGA, because the more that his Iran was like in the background and like what people didn't know what was happening was probably better for them. The more people are aware of it, the more people will be vocal against it, and even his own base will. And they have been. I don't know. That was terrible. Terrible primetime. Thank you guys for having me end my gaming to come and watch the same thing they've all been saying. Nothing's changed. It's the same slop for like people that want to bomb Iran always and think that that's going to like solve any problems or whatever. I don't understand. Because they're Israel cucks. The rest of the world needs to grab the Strait of Hormuz. That's a crazy tweet. Such a crazy tweet. That's basically what he said. Yep. You're just going to go in there and take it. Like, even the way he talks about shit like that is the same way. Anyways, Trump saying he doesn't need their oil, but the other day he said he wants their oil and he was going to take it. Which is it? Double speak. Okay, it's supposed to be like that. It's designed like that. Have you ever read or watched the 1984 movie? That is MAGA. That is the MAGA movement. That we live in that. I mean, we have to be a part of it, but a lot of us are not forced to think like that. What MAGA is. What they do double speak on purpose. So that way people that actually like believe Trump and trust in what he's saying and that he has their best interest are never they never know what's happening. And then because of that, then they'll then go and do other things, or maybe they'll still spew their bigoted beliefs, but they'll never know the current events. Like when it comes to what are we doing right now, they'll be the most uninformed people because they're trying to follow along the doublespeak of the lies that Donald Trump and MAGA spew about it every day. They wanted to destroy our country from the inside. They succeeded. Facts. Why was the war before Easter? Is that a coincidence? This is Christianity's religious war, and it's probably they channel that. Caroline Leavitt needed the entire press briefing room to know that. I'm not gonna watch it, but she was like, "Hey, you know that we prayed? Did you hear us praying back there?" Here's a skit. One more skit before I send you guys off.
So I'll just say what nobody has the balls to say. I'm glad gas prices are high because I'm a patriot. I'm a true patriot.
This is what MAGA is like.
If you ask me, gas prices aren't high enough. It should cost $17.76 a gallon, or at least $9.11 a gallon. And I'd say that as somebody who drives a plus-size truck. I put a couple bags of mulch in the back of this thing every 2 to 3 years. I need this truck. How else will people know I'm an alpha if I don't have this truck? How else will they know that I've read the first 3 words of the Constitution if I don't put it on the back window? I'm a patriot. I voted for all this. I voted for Donald J. Trump, so I voted for all this. Whatever he does, that's what I voted for. If he wants to go to war to distract me from the Epstein files, well then, buddy, I wish I could build me a time machine and go back 18 years just so I could fuck without a rubber, so I could have me some children to send off to the Middle East to die for no reason today.
God.
I'm a patriot, God damn it. My faith is blind and my bank account is drained. So,
Well, that's MAGA. The ones that stick around. Ones that are still going with it. We had ICE at the airport as well, which I did do coverage of that, but I didn't know he did a skit. This is Brent.
So ICE is helping TSA down at the airport, and I say good, it's about time. Because forever I said the problem with TSA was that they didn't stand around long enough holding their tactical vests. So I'm glad ICE is there to fix all that. Because they're going to be a lot smoother. Just you watch. People are going to be a lot more calm at the airport. Because before TSA, they'd say something like, take the laptop out of the bag, take the laptop out of the bag, take the laptop out of the bag. And people didn't understand what they meant when they said that. But now that ICE is going to be saying, take the laptop out of the bag, people are going to understand they mean take the laptop out of the bag or get shot in the back of the head execution style. You know, that last part will be in like parentheses. It'll be unspoken but spoken at the same time. Because ICE handled Minneapolis well. They only had 6 weeks of training for that. Now they got no weeks of training for this. I mean, what could go wrong? They'll fit right in at the airport because they're always asking people, let me see your papers. Let me see your papers. And now when some dirty terrorist immigrant criminal has 3.5 ounces of liquid instead of 4, they won't go easy on them like TSA. They won't say, hey, just throw it in the trash. They'll say, hit him with the tear gas, boys, and then shoot him in the back of the head execution style. Buddy, you not seen somebody get shot in the back of the head execution style. You seen them get shot in the back of the head execution style outside of a duty-free Cinnabon / newsstand / shoe shine stand. And did I mention it's duty-free? And if you got an emotional support animal, buddy, you better keep him at home. Because if there's one thing Christy Nome taught these boys, it's how to deal with puppies. And you know who's really excited about having ICE at the airport is Boeing. Because you don't have to worry about the doors falling off your shit if people never make it to the gate in the first place. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't even like to fly. I don't. Why take a 6-hour flight when you can drive 15 hours? I've said that for years, but I'll be flying now. I'm going to hang out at the airport for no reason at all. Hell, I'm going to the airport every night this week for dinner because you've not had Applebee's, so you've had riblets at a 35% markup. And you better believe I'm not going through one of them X-ray machines. Them things will turn you gay, autistic, and transgender in one scan. I'm opting for the pat down. So go easy on me, boys.
Oh my God.
And if you notice I got a little stain on my britches, just know it's because I shoot thick ropes every time a man of authority tells me what to do. So God forbid one of your hands just rubs up against my helmet during the pat down, because buddy, I'll be launching paste all over the place. So yeah, I might have a little bit of trouser mustard on my pants, but I prefer the term patriot stain.
Patriot stain is crazy. And, you know, it's a skit, but during the raids in Minneapolis, there were loser Minnesotans going out and, like, thanking ICE. Like, multiple times in the parking lot, there would be some loser, like, almost the same aesthetic as Brent's memeing, but, like, they look like Brent, but they're being serious. You know what I mean? Like, you know, incels, whatever. Not Brent isn't an incel, but I mean, he does the aesthetic perfectly. But like people that are like that, but seriously, were coming out and thanking ICE and shit. It was so cringe. And like, yeah, they were totally like absolutely. They probably go to the airport to hang out with them. They think it's the best thing ever. That's Brent. He's great. All right, guys. Shorter stream today. I don't want to stick around, and it's like almost 9 o'clock at night. I don't want to go to bed mad at Trump. So we're gonna leave on that note, because we're not leaving this Trump administration tonight. Like, but if you guys want to come hang out, I've promoted it a few times. I got my gaming channel. If you guys want to come chill, I got an extraction shooter. If you guys want to come and see what that's like, it's the non-Russian game, because Tarkov is a Russian game and they support the Kremlin. So if you guys want to come and watch a cool extraction game, Gray Zone Warfare on Mercado Gaming YouTube channel. When I come back from my vacation, we'll be back obviously with the news streams, daily streams at the normal time. Breaking news can happen whenever and we'll go live whenever, but I'll have my daily streams and then I'll have my gaming channel afterwards. So make sure you guys subscribe and we do playthroughs. Right now, I'm just kind of playing my extraction shooters. I mean, I play sports games. I tried getting into Crimson Desert, but I'm just not ready to immerse into that game yet. But that was pretty good. We did Resident Evil. I mean, I do mostly playthroughs of games. But right now, I'm just kind of hanging out in an extraction shooter with some of my subscribers. So if you guys want to come and chill there, come do so. If not, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, Mercado Media. Subscribe here. We're also on Twitch. We're also on Facebook. I'm on everything. And I hope to see you guys on the next one. I'm going on vacation in a couple days. So I'll be gone for about a week, but I'll be doing updates. Probably some chill updates on the gaming channel. I'll probably use that for like vlogging stuff about what's happening or what I'm doing. So if you guys especially want to see that, make sure you're subscribed to the gaming channel. Thank you again for watching. Sorry, I mean, Trump sucks. There's not much else I can do for you other than show you funny skits making fun of him. That's about it at this point. Is like, yeah, speak truth to power. Don't stop doing that. But like at this point, it's like just make fun of them. Like there's really nothing else to do. There's no facts to debate. There's no truths that need to be unearthed here. It's like I'll play it for you. It's obvious bullshit, and then you guys can see that it's obvious bullshit, and then we make fun of it. Like I'm not gonna doom and gloom. I can't, or I'm gonna lose my mind. So I'm mostly gonna be laughing at Trump and making fun of it, not because he's telling jokes, but because like it's just I don't know what else to do. I'm not gonna rage. We're in this situation. I obviously did not support the Trump 2024 election at all. I was the most against it. And now that we're in it, I'm like, yo, I mean, I what do you want? What else? I'm not going to be mad the whole time. I'm just not, because that's designed that way. They do it to make you mad. So then you fuck off and then you stop caring, or you start muting him every time his voice opens. You got to do what you got to do. But like, eventually you're going to tune out to the point where then you stop caring about anything, and it will happen, and it'll happen fast. And that's by design. They do this also so that way you stop paying attention, because it's just the same shit all the time, and I feel it, trust me. But we got to keep coming back. Got to keep coming back to it. Unfortunately, okay, because it's important to track. All right, so gaming channel tonight. Thank you for the subscribe. Appreciate the support there. You guys have a good rest of your night. Take care. Peace.